Yeah, hello everyone, myself Maruti, welcoming you all to this math video session. In this video, I'm going to deal with our favorite linear equation under two variables, right? So as I said, two variables means two unknowns, two equations. How to frame two equations? Let's take something from real life application, that too from your school, from your class, from your bag, from your book. That's it. So here the question goes like this, right? An algebraic textbook has total of 1382 pages, right? An algebraic textbook has a total of 1382 pages. If it is broken up into two parts, if the book is broken up into two parts, if you tear the book from the middle, few pages here and few pages here, right? So two parts, right? So the second part of the book has 64 pages more than the first part, right? We're right. I took a book, I took algebra book. What are the total number of pages in that? It's nothing but 1382 pages are present in that. So now what we are going to do, so we are going to tear the book into two parts, right? First part and the second part. Alright, so my concern is, so the two variables, right? The total pages 1382. Alright, so first part how many and second part how many, that is the given question for us. Now, as I said you earlier, I am going to deal the question in terms of the concepts. So here my first concept, concept 1, right? So concept 1 and concept 2. I like to break the sum into concept 1 and concept 2. Right? So as I have taken into two parts, I like to take first part of the book as concept 1 and second part of the book as the concept 2. Right? First part of the book. First part of book. Right? I like to take it as concept 1 and the second part of the book. Second part of book. I like to take it as concept 2, first part and the second part. But how many number of pages are there? So we don't know that. That's the unknown thing. That is what he's asking. How many number of pages? How many number of pages each part has? Now let me take like this. Let the number of pages in part 1. So or first part first. Right, we don't know that. Let us take it as x pages. So let the number of pages in the first part, let us take it as x. Now let's get back to the second part. Let, right, the number of pages in part 2 or second part 2 or the part second. I like to take it as the number of pages, let us take it as y. So the number of pages in the first part is x and the number of pages in the second part is nothing but y. Those are the two concepts what we have taken now. So now, so basing upon this one, let's frame. Why did I take x first part as x and why did I take second part as y? Right, well, we will see whether it is correct or not. So let's go for that. The general logic what I am using for this algebraic sums, that is nothing but to the one which we are comparing, let's take that one as x, and which is compared, let's take it as y. That is the logic. To which comparison is done, that should be x, and which is compared, that should be y. Let's go for that one. To which comparison is done. To which comparison is done, let's take that as x, right? And which is compared, let's take that compared, that should be taken as y, alright? To which the comparison is done, take that as x, and which is compared, take it as y. Now, did we take the one correct or not? Let's check it out. Right. So what he says, the algebraic book has total is 132. There is no relation given there. Let's see here. Broken into two parts. Second part of the book has 64 pages more than the first part. Which part is compared to which part? Second part is compared to the first part. Right. And which one is compared? Second part is compared. To what it is compared? To the first part. So second part is compared to the first part. Therefore, first part should be x. right? The first part to which the comparison is done. Second part is compared to the first part. Therefore, first part should be taken as X, and the second one which is compared should be taken as Y. That's the cool thing. Alright, so basing upon what are all the logic one, I got the relay equate, right? The concepts and the variables, everything is given in the Y. Now let's get back to the relations what he has given in the question. What is that? What are the relations we are having? Right. Before getting into the relations, let's get back to the keywords what are present there. So, if I go to the keywords, let me go for the keywords. What are the keywords present in the question? Right. I like to go the text, right? We have to know what's the meaning of the total. Total. So, the first keyword what you have to focus is nothing but the total. Right. Total means plus. You have to remember that. That's more. And the next one broken into two parts. Second part, what's the meaning of the word has? You have to remember whenever you come across the word has, it's nothing but equal to. Has means equal to. And the next one, more than. More than. What is the keyword for more than? So more than is also plus. These are the keywords what we have to repeat. We are having three keywords here, right? Total, just now it's nothing but plus, right. More than, it's nothing but plus, and half is nothing but equals. These are the three keywords. Basing upon those three keywords, let's set the relation. So what is the relation he has given? Right, he says the second part of the sum, second part of the book has 64 pages more. Has pages more than. What's that? First part, right? This is the relation what he has given. Now please remember, the relation is in terms of sentence, right? So the question, the sentence, we took the sentence from the question, right? As I said earlier, the sentence should be converted in terms of symbols. Sentence, symbol, simplification, solving. These are the stages we have to come across whenever we are dealing with word problems. We took the sentence from the question, but while converting the sentence to the symbolic form, there is an order what we are supposed to follow. Right, what's that order? Obviously, always IQ. That's the logic too I like to discuss. That's it. Order of sentence and order of symbol, they are always in the reverse order. If the sentence is moving from left to right, the symbols will be moving from right to left. That's the rule what we are supposed to follow. Beautiful logic. Forever, for any word problems, you have to remember that. So now this is the sentence form. We have to convert in terms of symbolic form. We are going for the symbolic form. That is the second part of the book. Second part, right. Has means, just now I said, has means equals. 64 pages more than, just now I said more than is nothing but plus first part. Now what is the thing what you have to remember? See, 64 is here and first part is here. 64 first part. Now which is moving from left side? Right, from left side 64 comes first. 64 plus first part. But while dealing with the sentence, symbolic form, come in the reverse direction, right? 64 which is moving from here, right? Symbolic like this. 64 more than, what's that? First part. That's the logic you have to remember. This is what? This is the sentence and converting in terms of symbols, right? But please remember, if this is 64 is first, but here 64 is in the reverse. This is the beautiful thing. Now, as usual, second part, what you are calling the second part as? Second part is called as Y equals, first part is called as X, and of course 64, right? So we are done with equation 1. We have framed the equation 1 now. Right, now we have to deal with the second equation. But please see here, what are all? So here is the relation. The second part of the book has 64. He didn't give any relation. Right, he didn't give any relation to us. This is the only relation what he has given directly to you. Therefore, I like to call this one as a direct relation or direct relation. Or I can call it as given relation, whatever it might be. Given relation is straight away. But where is the other relation? Right, we have to. As we are having two variables, we need two equations. Right, we are done with the first equation. We need one more equation. I started searching for that. Right, so search for a number and a keyword. So, we have used up. Did you use up 64? Yes. Right. Everything we have used up. The only number what we have used is 1382. Right. And what is the keyword which we have not yet used? From this keyword, we have already used. Right. More than we have already used. And what is the other word? What is there? Total. Did we use that keyword? No. And what is the number? 1382. We have to use that. But the only thing is, it is not straight away given to you. It's hidden for you. So I like to call the relation to, I like to call it as hidden relation. This is the hidden relation which you have to catch from the question. What is that one? Total number of pages are 1382. That is what the relation. Total pages is or 1382. Right. That is, what is the meaning of total? What's total? Total of what? First part and the second part total is 1382. That's what he says. First part and second part is total is 1382. Right, that is first part what we are calling it as x. Of course, end means plus. Second part is y. Is or has is nothing but 1382. Yes. Right. Now we got x, y is equal to x plus 64. And the second one, the total is x plus y is equal to so and so. But as here it is dealing in terms of y, I like to convert this also in terms of y. So what I'm doing, y is equal to 1382. I'm setting x to the other side. I like to convert this as minus x. Now I am ready to say, yes, this is our equation 2. Right? After solving we are having equation 1 and equation 2. Let's solve that one and check it out whether we are correct or wrong. We are having equation 1 and 2. We like to solve that. We can choose any method. Graphical method, elimination method, substitution method, or reducing to linear equation method. You can use anything and find the value of x and y, but here I am dealing with, so equation 1 and 2, I am using substitution method. So by substitution method, okay, what's that? What's the value of y here? Right, y is equal to x plus 64 and y is equal to 1382 minus x. In the place of now equation 2, what we are having equation 2? Y equals 1382 minus x. Okay, now what's the value of y according to equation 1? So what I am doing, in the place of y, x plus 64 is equal to 1382 minus x. How did you get that? From equation 1. From equation 1, in the place of y is equal to x plus 64. Right, in the place of y, I am placing x plus 64. This is what I am substituting. This is nothing but substitution method. If you simplify this, transpose x plus x is equal to 1382 minus, it's nothing but 64. So which implies 2x, if you take away, if you subtract that 1382 minus 64, 12, right, 8, 1, right, it's nothing but 1318, right. So if you go for that, x is equal to 1318 divided by 2, x equals 659. Okay, but I got it. But I need y. So substituting, right, x is equal to 659 in equation any1. Let me go with the first one. So what it says, y is equal to x plus 64. So y is equal to 659 plus 64 if y equals 723. Okay, but until and unless we confirm, we verify, we can't conclude this. So what's the relation given? Relation 1. What's the relation 1, he says, or relation 2, we like to. Total number of books are 1382. Total books or total pages is 1382. So total pages means what? First part plus second part. Second part equals 1382. So first part we are calling it as x and second part we are calling it as y. So now we have to check whether it is satisfying or not. What's the value of x? It's 659. What's the value of y? Y you got it as 723, right? 1382. If you add up these two, yes, 1382 equals 1382. Right, earlier we are not sure whether, but here LHS equals RHS means it's verified. Relation is verified. So as we have verified, we are sure that we can conclude it. Therefore, conclusion. Right, what's the conclusion? First part, comma, x. First part, comma, x, we are, I think, second part of the book's right. First part, x is equal to 659 and the second part, y equals 723. Right. Hope you are able to understand. In this channel, I have been placing both math and science videos.